Recommendations from the 14th and 15th Finance Commission suggested 42% and 41% of net tax revenue for states. Their actual share of gross tax revenue has dwindled to 35% in 2015-16 and further to 30% by 23-24. And you speak to many state finance ministers and they say that all the time, that it's the center which is denying us the funds that we desperately need for our development.
Well, Rajdeep, let me give you a short answer to a question which is very complex. Let me say that the states are not wrong. The states are right when they are saying that the actual devolution received by them has been less than the devolution of 41 or 42% recommended by my predecessor, Dr. Venugopal Reddy, and then by the commission headed by me. And the reason is embedded that if you recall the Constitutional Amendment Article 272 enacted in the year 2000, that was a very, very critical amendment, Rajdeep. What did that amendment say? And that I think the answer to that may lie in that amendment. So in 2000, when that constitutional amendment took place, it said that unlike the past, when only income tax and excise were shareable, this constitutional amendment enlarged the concept of the divisible pool in a significant way by including all taxes. But there was a proviso, and the answer to this riddle lies in that proviso. That proviso was Article 271 of the Constitution, which said that the definition of the divisible pool will be net of cess and surcharge. Cess and surcharge, Rajdeep, now constitutes almost 27% of the divisible pool, and therefore the divisible pool itself has shrunk, whereas definitionally it could have been enlarged. Now, how do you amend that? That requires a constitutional amendment. Parliament must deliberate on that. It is not for any finance commission to make recommendations one way or the other.
Haseeb Drabu, you have a smile on your face as you were listening to K Singh speak there. Give us the practical reality that exists on the ground. Are state finance ministers right when they say that their fiscal autonomy has shrunk considerably?
Long back I said that a state finance minister is a 12th man in the cricket team. He can come and give some water to the players. But that's not the point. Let's look at it very simply and very sharply. Federalism is not only about government finances. That's a key point. Today, Indian federalism is only about sharing of taxes, which is what happened in Government of India Act 1990, 1935. We have carried that colonial legacy. We have moved from state socialism to business liberalism to a regulatory capitalism. This remains the same. Today, federalism should not be about what the union government needs, but what the economy needs. We need a new federal compact which brings in about markets and governments. Today, it's not only, we have been distributing through finance commissions, 15 of them. What have they fundamentally done? With due respect to Mr. Singh, who's a friend, they have been distributing deficits. Fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, primary deficit, through gap-filling grants and through whatever else. That's not what the economy today needs. What we need is an integration of federalism with the markets, what Montek was talking about, that you need greater play for states in the economic development of this country. Today, the two most critical parts, and we can discuss this later as well, which have an impact on growth, on development, are monetary policy and regulatory policy. Neither of them, states even have a toehold in those two policy regimes. So how would you expect states to actually contribute to economic growth? And remember one thing, that the union government doesn't have a geography. The GDP that you're talking of and the trillions that we hope to do by 2047 is nothing but an aggregation of state domestic products. So let us empower the states, allow them the flexibility to grow, to decide in the diversity of their development, And then you talk about federalism in that form rather than restricting it to Article 272 or a share of taxes from 42 to 47.
No, but